Namaskara, welcome back. In the previous session, we had seen how to create questions into a Moodle course. We had created the questions for the quiz activity. As mentioned earlier, it will not be usable for the lesson activity. Now, in this session, we shall go to Moodle course and see how we can add the quiz activity into our course. Quiz activity, it is a very powerful activity. It can meet many teaching needs, from simple multiple choice question, knowledge test to complex self assessment task with detailed feedback. Questions are created and stored in the question bank, as we have already done that, and it can be used for different quizzes. This is tool guide to add quiz into our Moodle course. This quiz activity, it is not very easy, and also at the same time it is not very difficult also. It is quiz activity is built up with two stages in this. First one is we have to create the questions, and then we will be adding the quiz activity into our Moodle course. It is used to assess the learning formative or summative, and evaluation is automatic. Some of the questions in the quiz activity are not automatically evaluable like essay, but you can create the quiz in such a manner that the questions added are automatically evaluable. This quiz activity is used for assessing the learning. Many types of questions are available as mentioned, and as already we have seen, quiz can be timed up and it can be secured. Quiz activity allows us to test all the 6 levels of Bloom's taxonomy. To set up the quiz activity in our Moodle course, first we have to be in the editing mode on. When we click on the editing mode, we will get the plus symbol where we will be selecting add an activity or resource. From that we have to select quiz, and we have to add the name and description. Then we have to set the grades, due dates, etc., the form which will be rendered. Then click save and display. Then we have to add questions to the quiz, which the form will allow us to add new question there itself, or we can select the question which we have already added into our Moodle course. Now, we will go to our Moodle course and see how we can add a quiz into our Moodle course. First, as I mentioned, we have to be in the editing on mode. Then click on this plus, add an activity or resource, select quiz from the activity list, then give a name to that quiz, then add description like it is timed quiz. You have to complete this quiz within 30 minutes. Okay. Whatever the instruction you want to give, it can be given over here. Then coming to this timing, when you want to open the quiz, enable the date. If you have already having the questions and everything else is there with us, then you can give the quiz start date and quiz end date and time limit. Here if we click on this enable, we get the editing option in this time limit block, and we will be adding this, and attempt must be submitted before the time expires or they are not counted. So, a timer will be displayed before 30 minutes. that quiz should be submitted. If you do not want that to happen, then open attempts are submitted automatically. So, this option is also available. Whichever the option you want to get the quiz submitted, you select that one, and coming to this grade, how much marks you want to give to pass this quiz, that can be set over here, and how many attempts you want to give, you can set it using this block. I will give only one attempt. Then layout, every question in one page or how it should be displayed, that can be set over here. And coming to this question behavior, whether you want to shuffle the question or not, that can be set using this one. Then common module setting, whether this should be available on the course page or not, you can select from this and save and display. Here we will be selecting this save and display. We come to the next page where we have to add the questions. Here no questions are available in this particular course, that is why it is asking for add question. If we have already created the question, then it will be available under this question bank. You see here, when I click on this question bank, I am unable to see any questions added over here. Okay. From here we have the option to add question. Select this add button and we have three options: add a new question, question from the question bank, add from a random question. Now, as I do not have any question over here, I have to select this add a new question and create the question. Like earlier we had created only questions in the question bank. Now, in the quiz page itself, it allows us to create the question. Okay. Then save changes. Now, one question is added over here and the marks for this question you can set it here. Okay. And overall quiz marks will be set it over here. You please observe, this particular block is for giving the marks for each question and this particular block is for giving the marks for the whole quiz. After editing all these things, you can click on save, then that particular marks and questions are saved for this quiz. Now, coming back to this quiz, here we have the option to preview the quiz. When I click on this, it will render the description that your attempt will have a time limit of 30 minutes. When you start, the timer will begin to count down and cannot be paused. You must finish your attempt before it expires. Are you sure you want to start now? This is the caution which will be rendered to the student whenever we set the time limit for the quiz. Okay. If I click here, you see the timer will be on over here. Okay. So, this is how it will be appearing for the student. Now, let me show you when we have questions already created in our course page. I come to this question bank and see my questions appearing over here. Okay. Using this, I can create a quiz and add the questions required for my course. Now, we will see how to add questions from the question bank. enter the name and description, enable the quiz, save and display. From the question bank. Add from the question bank. I have to select the questions and add selected questions to the quiz. Okay, it is added. So, this particular question is for 13 marks and this is 15. Total we can make it 18 and click on save. Okay. Now, the marks has been saved. When you come back to this quiz page, it will give us preview option. So, this is how the quiz will be appearing for the student, each question in one page, and here on the right hand side you can see the quiz navigation available and you can select the answers and go to next page. Second question is available and at the end of the questions it will be given to finish attempt. Okay. The status of the quiz attempted will be shown as soon as we finish, and submit all and finish. If we click, this particular answer whatever we have provided will be submitted, and as a student we will not get the option to review it or edit it. If we want to return and return to change the things, click on return to attempt and we will get back to this page again. We can select and just say finish attempt, then submit all and finish. This is how the student will be submitting their quiz. Now, coming back to this course page and see how we can grade whatever the activity we give it to the students. For example, we have created 3 assignments and 2 quizzes in this particular course. Okay. This is the grader report page available to the teacher. To set up the grade for the course, if we have to click on this grader report where setup is there. When we click on this gradebook setup, we will be rendered with the activities and their marks and weightages. If we unselect this one, then we will not have the option to edit. If we select, then only we will get the option to edit. It is based on the assessment pattern of my course. I have to give weightage for each of the activities I will be giving in my class. So, I will give assignments, each of the assignments as 10% weightage. Okay. As you can see, Moodle will automatically calculate the total, and it is rendering weight total is less than 100%, which means when you calculate all the activities weightage, it is coming less than 100. So, it is rendering that message. Okay. Now, for this first quiz I will give 30% weightage, and the second quiz I will be giving 40% weightage. Now, you can observe that red marks have been removed, which means it is coming to a total of 100%, and we can click on save changes over here to retain the whatever the setup we have done. Here teacher will have the option to create their own categories and grade items that can be set up using this add drop down here. Whether you want to create a category or grade item, you can select from this and create that particular category. For example, I will create my assessment pattern will be like assignments, tests and midterm exam, then final exam. Let us assume these are the 4 categories I am having, and I want to put the test items under each of these categories and give weightage according to my assessment pattern. Here category name I will be giving assignment. Okay. Then click save. You observe the category I had created assignment has been included here. Now, I want to move these assignments into assignment category. Okay. I select this and click on this move. You observe at the bottom of the screen we have this move button. On the right hand side we see that 3 selected. Click on this and it will ask for where you want to move them. Okay. I want to move it under assignment. Select that category and click move. Okay. Now, these grade items we call, these items have been moved under assignment category. Let me move this up so that assignment comes on the top. Click where you want to move that. You observe assignment has come on the top and quiz here. Likewise, we can create n number of categories and n number of grade items, and then we can move or create the test items under each of these categories and grade items. If you have observed, while creating any activity, we were asked to select the grade category. There we were using uncategorized because we had not created any category over here. This option is available even after creating the activity in our Moodle course. So, it is not mandatory that we have to create the grade category and grade item in the beginning itself and then create the activity under Moodle course. So, it is changeable, modifiable at any stage wherever we want. So, this is how we will be setting up the grade book for our course. Now, coming to the grader report. Here I see that the students in my class and their assignment marks over each of the activity what I have created for. Here only for student 1 assignment 1 has been graded and other items have not been graded. Here we have the option to enter the marks, okay, and say save changes. After we enter the marks and click on save changes, it will be saved. Here I can show each of the activity how we can grade. Let me come to this activities, and I had created assignments. Here see assignment, and we have the option here to grade. Click on grade. Then here you see it has been graded and this particular student is not graded. Okay. So, I will click on grade, then I will have the option to enter the marks. Whatever the submission student has made will be available under this page and we can give the marks here. Okay. Here after giving the marks, we can click on save changes or save and show next. So, continuously we can grade all the student by clicking on this save and show next, and it will take us to the next student to be graded. Okay. Now, this student has been graded. We will go back to the grading page. Coming to this activities. And click on assignments. Okay. Here you see for the second assignment, no grade has been given. Click on the grade. If you want your students to know after your evaluation and grading is done, you can click on this notify student. If we check this box on, then student will get notified that their assignment or their test item has been graded. Okay. If you want to give any feedback, you can give. If the submission file submission is in PDF format, you can annotate the PDF. If the submission of the file is not in the proper format, you can delete that and ask the student to resubmit it. Now, we shall go to this grades page where we can see all students grade report. Now, you observe here I had graded these 4 things. So, it is appearing over here, and see that what is the course total here. Okay. This is how we use the grades part of a Moodle course. So, we will stop it here. In the next session, we will see how to communicate with the students and among the peer members in the Moodle. Thank you. Happy Moodling, happy learning.